Alright guys, Googie here with a tutorial on how to convert models from Super Smash Bros. Into FBX files for Blender, for Unity, for whatever it is you might want to use these for. It's a pretty simple process, and all the links that you're going to need for downloading things are going to be in the description. So let's get started. First, you're going to start with opening up 3ds Max. 3ds Max is going to take the raw model files from Smash and turn them into 3ds Max's own format. And then from there, we're going to export it into Blender. So if you click on the scripting tab and you click run script, you're going to want to run this script. Once again, everything's downloaded. That's downloaded is included in the description. This is SSB alt numDLB. NumDLB is just the model type for Smash. SSB alt. If you can't figure out what that is, probably shouldn't be watching this video. So we're gonna double click that. It's gonna pop up a little dialog here. You do want to enable vertex colors, and then you want to click import numDLB. At this point, this is where you gotta make a very difficult decision. Which fighter do you want to import? The folder for all the fighters is labeled by number, and those numbers correspond to the Smash Ultimate website. So if you want to look for Captain Falcon, you would go to folder 11. If you want Pichu, folder 19. We're gonna do, let's do we'll do Mario just because we've already tested Mario, and I want to do this in one run. I've already failed to record this 3 times. So you can see here's kind of what you can expect as a finished product. In Blender, it's fully rigged, textures are all there, and then if you want, you can put it in Unity, add some materials and stuff, make it look nice. If I want, I can put the Fortnite dance on this because that's what I do with my life. So yeah, let's go to Mario. He is included in folder 1. Here, I'll just go to the very beginning here. So we're in Smash Ultimate folder 1 for Mario. Fighters, you can confirm that it's the right character because the name here will match. Some of the names are in Japanese, so it might be the Japanese name for the character. Don't be thrown off by that. Model. You want the body folder. These are all for character props and accessories. You can export these all the same way if you want. So if you want just the Cappy model or Flood, you can grab those from here. And then these are the costume folders. So costume 00 is their default costume. And then it's in order, they're alts 1 through 7. So this is technically costume 2, and this is technically costume 3. We're going to do his fancy outfit, which is his very last outfit. So it's going to be costume 07, and then you want the numDLB. So double click that. Give 3ds Max just a minute to think about this and convert it. It usually takes anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how complicated the model is. These models have a lot of mesh layers and a lot of bones sometimes, so in order for it to get those all in, it does take a minute. I remember the Inkling, it took 5 to 6 minutes for it to go, and I'm on a fast computer, so I don't think computer speed has a whole lot to do with it. It's just a slow conversion process. Credit where credit is due. This particular script was made by Random Talking Bush. He's an amazing person, huge player in the Smash modding and just Nintendo modding in general. He's really good at finding out how to get models out of games. So he came up with this script that converts it into 3ds Max, and you can see we got this wireframe silhouette of Mario here. So we're gonna go ahead and export that. So go ahead and drag to select everything. If it's all white, it's all right. File, export, and then let's make a new folder on our desktop. Video Mario, because this is for the video. And we'll call this Mario.fbx. Make sure you save it as .fbx. You can leave these as is, just hit OK. And then boom, it's done. I'll open up a new Blender window real quick. File, imports, FBX. locate the new Mario file that you just worked with. Once it's in, it'll happen like instantly. You'll see it's really tiny. We'll address that in a second. One thing I want to mention: if you're downloading Blender for the first time, I recommend version 2.79. That's the version I'm on. So if you're using a different version and some of this stuff isn't working, I can't really help you. Make sure you're on the right version. All right, so let me pull up the script next. What you're gonna want to do, see right here, there's like a little diagonal thing, and then there's like a little plus icon. Go ahead and click on the diagonal thing and drag out so you can make another window. And then also you want to click the little plus icon right here. Down here where it says clip start, make that 0.0001. That's just gonna make it so you can zoom in more without it like clipping out of view. It's like a weird Blender thing. I don't totally understand it because I'm not like a god with Blender, but the other thing we're gonna want to do is make him right side up and get rid of all these extra facial meshes that are making him look like the Rocky Dennis kid from Mask. So just click on this window here, this little white box. Click text editor. Click new. And then this is where one of the download items is a script, Blender script.py. Go ahead and just copy all that, paste it in, and hit run script. You'll see now he's standing up, and for the most part, his face looks better. He's still got a couple of meshes that we need to hide, so we're gonna select, right-click to select, hit M, and then there's like these like little boxes here. Click the second one, there. All that's doing is moving them out of the way so they're not distracting. Pretty neat. You can go ahead and close this window if you hover over the center between these two where it makes two arrows. Just do join area, and then boom. All right, so we got our Mario. These are the bones right here, these highlighted things. Let me put X-ray on, you can see. If you were rigging these for VR chat or whatever, those bones would obviously come in handy. We're just gonna like hide these for now, just because they're not gonna really be handy for this tutorial. All right, we need to hide this hair too. All right, so we got our model. Last thing we need to do, we need to add some textures. I'm gonna switch to material mode, and you'll see everything's pink. So that means the materials are set, but it's missing the texture images. So we're gonna get those. The way we extract those, you wanna go to QuickBMS, download link in the description. I have it in my tech projects folder because I use it for other games. And then you're gonna want to find, let's see, projects. You want this right here, Smash Ultimate Nut EX. And this script is gonna make you nut, and here's why. So what it does is it takes the raw texture files from a game and converts them to DDS. If that means nothing to you, that's totally fine. DDS is like a kind of more standard texture file type, and we're gonna basically convert from that to PNG, which everyone should know what a PNG is, and then put those into our textures in Blender, and then we'll have our finished product. So go ahead and select that script, and then it's gonna ask you to select the pictures or the texture files. So those are in the same folder as the model. So if you go to models, select the Mario files, go to body, go to your costume. Make sure you do it for the costume that you exported the model for. Some of these are just recolors, but for some, like the fancy wedding outfit, like you can't use the wrong textures because they won't fit on the models. Sort by type and select all the .nut.exb files. If you select one of the incompatible files, it'll kind of like crash the script, so you want to make sure you select all the right ones. Click open, and then lastly, you're going to want to pick where these get dropped. I'm going to put these back on my desktop in the Video Mario folder. I'm going to make a folder called DDS, and we're going to save. script is lightning fast. It's already done. If you go to your desktop and to your video Mario folder, you can see you have these kind of like screwed up textures. You might not be able to see them if you don't have like the NVIDIA DDS program. These are gonna like just look like weird files to you guys. That's totally fine because you can't use these as is anyway. What you need to do is open up Noises. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. Noises is a free tool for converting textures and models in large batches. And that's great because we have a grip of pictures to convert. So let's go to Video Mario DDS. You'll see all of your files show up here. You click Tools and then Batch Process. It should already, if you already selected like one of these, it should put DDS here. If it doesn't, just type in DDS. And for your output, you want to put PNG. And then this output path right here, we're going to change this middle string where it says in name files. Let's just make this folder called PNG. So it's going to, instead of putting each image in its own folder, it's going to put all of them in a single PNG folder, which will make our lives easier later. All right, that's all done. Click folder batch. It's going to ask you to select your folder, select that DDS folder, and then click export. This one's pretty fast too. It's already done. So if you go to your DDS folder, there should be a PNG folder. I'm going to just move it into the base folder here so it's side by side. And look at that. You can see here is Mario's face. Here's his eye. A couple other textures are in here. Hair. This just looks like poop. That's literally what it looks like. All right, once you're done looking at the poop, go back to Blender. We're gonna assign these textures to these materials. So just select any part of the body, like right click it, and click the materials tab here. It's on the right. It's this little like sphere. And you can see here's all these different materials. It's the eyes. Some of these are a little harder to figure out. So like Def Mario T000, like what the hell is that? If you look at the file names here, these will actually match the materials. So you can use those to figure out which textures go to which material. So we're gonna start with ALP Mario 01. We're gonna click the little checkerboard. Once you've selected your material, select the checkerboard. And then down here where the source is, you're gonna wanna redirect that to the texture. So go to your Video Mario PNG, and then you want the call out texture. There's like 3 textures for each, and I should probably explain what they are. So call out is color, nor out is normals, and PRM out is PRM. The color is pretty straightforward. That's like the painting for it. Normals is like a depth map, essentially. It gives like height to small details that wouldn't make sense to put in it as extra vertices. And then PRM is a thing that's used as part of Smash's shaders to give metallic textures that metallic look. If you were putting these in Unity or something, you might have to like kind of redo these manually. And that's a little bit more advanced, and I'm not going to go into that. For now, we're just going to show you how to put the basic textures on. So we'll go ahead and select our color. And you can see already it's showing up here. This lighting's actually really bad. Let me change that. If you click on your lamp layer, and you click this little lamp icon, change it to Hemi, and you can see it's much better lighting. Much better. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the rest of these really quick. The same process, select the material, click the textures tab, and then select the texture. And he's got his mustache. He's turning into a real boy before our eyes. You'll notice like as you go through these too, that there's like some consistency in the naming conventions. Oh, did I pick the wrong thing? I totally did. I picked the nut texture. I want... There we go. And let's see. His skin. Redirect. Go to your PNG folder. Find his skin. Wow, look at that. Isn't that magical? It looks like there's like a second mouth texture here. What happens if we hide that? Oh yeah, there is another mouth there. Is that like his default mouth? That can't be his default mouth. That's weird. All right, well, we'll just leave that there. It's not really important right now. Basically, what you need to know is like there's different like, oh god, that's horrifying. There's different like shapes here that make up the different facial features. If you're like an advanced Blender user, you could probably turn those into blend shapes. We're not gonna do that right now. People want a tutorial on some of this stuff. I can maybe do that later down the line. All right, there's the eyes, I think that's the eyes. Eyes are always tricky, because... Oh, see, I didn't pick the right file anyway. There we go. So I noticed that I think there's like vertex coloring that goes on the eyes for the whites. So if you put the eye texture and you see that there's no eye around it, like it's just the pupils, easy fix for that. If you go into your texture here, just open it up in Photoshop. You can do paint if you don't have Photoshop. Just make a layer underneath it and paint in the white yourself. I don't think anyone knows yet like what the hell is going on with some of these eyes. If we save it, you'll see it's a pretty quick fix. I might have to reload. Tomorrow, PNG. There we go. So now he's got his eyes. And that's pretty much it. We'll retoggle our armature. So this is it. You're pretty much good to go. Once you're done, I do recommend saving this as a Blender file first. We'll call this, let's see, Video Mario demo.blend. Just in case you need to go back and make any minor tweaks. And then you can also export it as an FBX. Demo.fbx, that's fine. And yeah, you're pretty much good to go. I'll show you guys, if you have the cats, I like cats, it's fun for like if you make VR chat models and stuff. We'll put X-ray on this and we'll make this see through. You can see what I'm doing here. We go to pose it, you know, you can see they did a pretty nice job like weight painting these. So if you want to put it in a program of your choice and it's all rigged and ready to go, like, you know, all right guys, I have a face now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All the links you need will be in the description. I'll also post my Discord link. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm more than happy to help. I'm really big on kind of spreading the tribal knowledge of this kind of stuff because I feel like this is something that if someone wants to do it, they should be able to do it. It doesn't need to be some elite club of advanced hackers. It's pretty easy stuff. You just gotta have someone show you how to do it. So if you're trying to rig one of these models and you find yourself getting stuck, hit me up. I'll be happy to help. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching. If you like these kind of videos and you want to see more of it, be sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments. I don't really use YouTube much, but if it's helping people, then I'll be happy to use it more. You guys have a good one. Peace.